Hi, I'm Erik Voss, and Deadpool 2 is here, following up its first movie with even more irreverent self-parody of the superhero genre, including the way it handles its hilarious post-credit scenes. Spoilers ahead if you haven't seen Deadpool 2 yet. I'm gonna talk about the movie's ending and big twists. You know, things that might come up in a video about a movie's post-credit scenes. Okay, there are two post-credit scenes after Deadpool 2, one mid-credit scene and a second longer post-credit montage. The first scene clarifies the movie's ending with a new turn of events. So, of course, Deadpool 2 ends with Deadpool sacrificing himself to save Russell, aka Fire Fist. Cable has come back in time on a mission to assassinate Russell, an unstable mutant who would grow up to wreak havoc and kill Cable's wife and kid in the future. Wade, recovering from the death of Vanessa early in the film, swears to protect the kid at all costs. So after briefly teaming up with Cable to rein in the kid's destructive streak, Deadpool saves Russell by jumping in front of Cable's bullet. Deadpool had put on one of those mutant ability inhibiting collars, stopping his regenerative powers and keeping the bullet lodged in him, killing him. This allows Russell to learn human kindness, preventing his horrible future and saving Cable's family, while allowing Wade to reunite with Vanessa in heaven. Triple win! Roll credits! But wait, that brings us to the first post-credits scene, the mid-credits scene. We see Cable with his time travel device, but instead of using it to return to the future to be with his now not dead wife and kid, he instead depletes its energy to go back in time a little to save Deadpool. He does this by slipping a lead coin in Deadpool's suit to block the bullet. Remember, this coin was important to Wade. It was from he and Vanessa's first date, and Cable had stolen it from him earlier on. Now he returns it with the added bonus of saving Wade's life and the added bonus of leaving Cable stranded in the present timeline to start and lead the X-Force. Another triple win. Roll credits. But wait, this brings us to the final post-credit montage at the very end of the credits. We find Negasonic Teenage Warhead with Yukio in the X-Mansion tinkering with Cable's time travel device. Negasonic says, when something so small generates enough energy to reverse time, and Deadpool just cuts her off saying, whoa, just fix it, 11, or I'll take it to the Genius Bar. Dissing Negasonic's moody attitude and short hair by comparing her to the little girl from Stranger Things. They toss the fixed device to Deadpool, and Yukio says, Cable's gonna kill you when he finds out. Deadpool responds, never heard of him. And Negasonic says, yeah, what do you think I'm helping him? Then Deadpool leans out of the room saying, the Lord works in mysterious ways, don't I? Have a good day. Leaving Negasonic and Yukio to realize what a mistake they've probably made. Then the fun starts. Deadpool goes back in time to prevent Vanessa's death, killing the last attacker in that scene with kitchenware. Then Deadpool saves Peter as well. Peter, along with Bedlam, Zeitgeist, Shatterstar, and the others, also died in the events of the movie, but Deadpool stops Peter and tells him to not try to help Zeitgeist, convincing him to return to his normal life. And by the way, this is all set to Cher's If I Could Turn Back Time, which is like the perfect song choice for all this. But next, things get meta because Deadpool, and we find ourselves in the scene from the movie X-Men Origins Wolverine. It's the famously cringy moment in which Ryan Reynolds' older version of Deadpool is revealed with the tattoos and the mouth inexplicably sewn shut. They reused the actual footage from X-Men Origins with Hugh Jackman as Wolverine saying, Stryker finally found a way to shut you up, but they reshot the angle with Wolverine's claws in the foreground and old Deadpool at a distance, but with the new Deadpool stepping into frame to shoot him in the head. They cut to a reverse shot to make it look like Hugh Jackman is reacting, confused, but then they cut back to Deadpool who says, just clean up the timelines, as he plugs old Deadpool over and over and over again. So Deadpool is referencing the way X-Men Days of Future Past used time travel to retcon and fix the confusing timelines of the X-Men films, changing events in the mid-70s so that the events of X-Men Origins, which most people agree is a pretty bad film, could be replaced with a new timeline of events. Ryan Reynolds has been a longtime fan of the Deadpool comics, and he was one of the people leading the charge to get a true Deadpool movie made. It was a huge struggle for the past decade and a half until 2016 when it eventually happened. Reynolds was offered to play a version of Wade Wilson in X-Men Origins in 2009, and even though the movie's take on the character was pretty off, Reynolds did take the role after being convinced to introduce the character to the world. But yeah, his 2016 version has been in a lot of ways redemption for that Deadpool. And this post-credit time travel scene is him taking another step to make things right. A similar meta apology comes up in the final part of this montage, featuring Ryan Reynolds playing a younger version of himself reading the script for the movie Green Lantern. He says to himself, you're in the big leagues now, kid. But then, blam, his blood sprays on the script and he slumps over to reveal Deadpool, who says to camera, you're welcome, Canada. This is another example of Reynolds, who by the way is Canadian, making fun of his own movie superhero career, specifically the Green Lantern movie in 2011, which most fans did not enjoy, including Reynolds himself, who recently revealed that he never watched the completed film. He also joked about this process in the first Deadpool movie.
And please don't make the super suit green or animated.
Now, before we go too far down this rabbit hole of trying to explain how this sequence could change the X-Men Deadpool timeline, cool as jets, we should clearly look at these scenes as meta jokes. Obviously, if Ryan Reynolds killed himself, there would be no 2016 2019 Deadpool or 2018 Deadpool 2 either. This time travel stuff is confusing, that's the point. There was even a rumored additional part of this post-credit montage that would feature Deadpool going further back in time to kill Hitler as a baby, a reference to the time travel thought experiment that this whole movie's plot with Cable and Russell is inspired by. But the baby Hitler scene was deleted after test screenings. However, I think we can interpret the stuff we saw Cable and Deadpool do to change the timelines in these post-credit scenes as real. Deadpool is still alive, so is Vanessa, and so is Peter. I'm just saying this in case we ever get a third Deadpool movie or an X-Force movie. This would leave the door open for these characters to return. And for any of those dum-dums who left the moment the credits started rolling, tough luck, you're gonna be confused. That said, there's no guarantee that any future Deadpool movie could even happen. Disney is still in negotiations with Fox to acquire the rights to its film properties, including Deadpool and the X-Men, meaning this could be the last time we see this version of Deadpool in a movie. So going wild with time travel in these final moments could just be this movie going for broke, as if there's no tomorrow, because sadly when it comes to Ryan Reynolds' Deadpool, there really might not be. But I'm curious to know from you guys, since Deadpool 2 essentially presented two endings, one with Wade in heaven with Vanessa, and one in which he and Vanessa get brought back through time travel, which ending do you prefer? Now, to be sure, the post-credit ending is hilarious, and it leaves the door open for sequels, which I love. But from a cinematic standpoint, I was honestly okay with how things ended before the credits rolled. Comment with your thoughts down below, and you can tweet me directly at Erik Voss or follow New Rockstars on Twitter for updates on our videos. Like and share this video, subscribe to New Rockstars for all kinds of deep dives into Deadpool, including a full movie breakdown with all the subtle references and Easter eggs that you might have missed. That'll be coming up very soon. Thanks for watching, bye.